very phlegmy episode.
And just like that, it was here.
And now it's your problem, and you've got to do something.
I don't want to, though.
Yeah.
Want to go? Will it go away on its own, or should I keep poking at it?
Well, I suppose there's ways to find out.
I mean, I'll keep poking at it and see what happens, but
I'm
kind of
pretty
hard to
sure
get in that position to do it, though.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to do nothing at this point. But
Is it?
I'm not a doctor.
Oh. Do doctors enforce the law?
They do, or where I come from.
Never heard of the old doctor cops?
The old, yeah. It used to be one guy, and he would just switch hats. In the old days.
Let me put my doctor hat on for this one.
That's right. That's right.
You have cancer. Let me put my cop hat on. All right, you're going to jail for having cancer.
Yeah, cancer's illegal.
You idiot.
Yeah, well, and like you would look like a real asshole if you were like defending yourself in court, because you'd be like arguing in favor of cancer, you know? So like,
no, Your Honor, cancer's cool.
like, you go to jail.
Nah, cancer's not cool. Go to jail, man.
Well, much as I'd love to do another 20 minutes of cancer material.
I only have 18 minutes of it, so I gotta work.
The light's on in the corner. You put us in front of the people.
Ah, fuck. Again?
I mean, you keep doing this.
Why do we keep doing this?
You keep saying we. I'm just talking to you, and then suddenly we're also talking to everyone.
Oh, yeah, because I'm trying to get you arrested for real with things you say. Without your knowledge.
It would be a good way to do it, actually.
Entrapment. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. Hi, Internet. Hi, Times Square. Hi, Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, they're broadcasting us on the portal.
Yes.
That from the one that lady flashed herself on, the portal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're putting one in Philadelphia now, too.
That'll be great.
That's, great city. Have that going on in.
Yeah.
How are you today, Stu?
Majestic. I feel like Aladdin on a magic carpet.
Are you on LSD? What the fuck does that mean?
Yes, unshaven, unbathed.
You have a pet monkey down too?
No, I feel a little bit less shitty, but I had a nasty cold for the last little while now. Actually, it feels like I've been sick for 2 weeks. It hasn't been that long, but it's just this thing. I thought I was getting better, and then I got worse a couple days ago, and now I'm hopefully getting better for real. But I apologize to the listeners at home. You can probably hear it in my voice, all the material, all the shit that's in my cavities and my holes in here, and it's just, I'll probably be muting my mic to blow my nose throughout this episode because it's all trying to leave at once.
Your holes are full and trying to get empty.
That's right. That's generally how it goes. How about you, bud?
My holes are good.
Are they?
I mean, yeah, actually.
Really?
Since Thursday. Well, no, not really. Since yesterday.
That's what I thought.
I'm just, peachy as ever.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. Slowly withering away, but as long as I look great, it's fine.
Sam's trying a new kind of bulimia.
The one that keeps you looking great and feeling great.
Yeah. It's just out the other end is the only difference.
Yep. It's easier to eat that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's just right there, ready to go. Oh boy. But this is another lovely Tuesday that we are back on the internet, huh?
Yay.
Yay or yay?
Both. It's 2024, man.
Yay!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Do you want me to do the intro since you're dying?
No, I'll do the intro. It's
Okay.
my job. I only have one, and
Yeah, I only let
barely
you do one
even that.
thing, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, days and thems, this is Talking Out Our Ass, the only bi-weekly talk show that tells you to go fuck yourself.
Damn right.
It's hosted by the venerable Sam Reeves alongside yours truly, Stoop Kid. And every time we do this, we bring on a guest. We tell the guest to come prepared with a topic that they would like to talk about, that they are hopefully somewhat knowledgeable on. But the catch, or the twist, if you will, is that currently, at this very moment, your two gorgeous hosts have no idea what this interview is going to be about. So the guest comes on, they tell us what they want to talk about, and then we have to formulate an interview on the spot. You've been warned many times at this point. Again, if you keep coming back here, that's on you. We didn't do this. You did this.
Nope.
You deserve this.
We're here to victim blame, and the victims are you.
Yeah. Do you have any more abuse to dole out?
Our audience is just a bunch of masochists.
Clearly. Yes.
Did you? I thought that was your job.
Well, oh shit. If it was my job, we're just doing this, you and me.
Oh, well,
because I didn't do anything.
Oh, wait, it's this Tuesday. Yeah, I did get a guest. That's right. You may know this person as the minority hire of the 108 podcast. You might know him as the Beanie Baby guy. You might know him as the eBay guy. But you know what? I know him as Jason Benetti's biggest supporter, and he's head of the Firebrooks Boyer movement. Ladies and gentlemen, it's MySoxSummer.
Oh, man. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Man, you guys watching all those college football games that Jason Benetti's been calling, or what? Come on.
Yes.
You guys watching the NFL? Yeah?
It's made me go want to watch the Tigers even more.
I was about to say that. I was about to say it really made me want to watch Tigers baseball.
Well, I hope it does. I hope it really works out for him. I mean, he had a great year up there. You know, that's good. You know, getting in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's
lots
fun.
of White Sox expats out there living large.
There is, and I don't know how you guys feel, but when I see like a Shy Sox Mike, like say when they fuck up, you know, he's like, oh yeah, the White Sox, it's White Sox fault. And then when they do good, it's they're a good player. They're just a good player. The White Sox are the one that are keeping them down. It's like that's kind of not how it works. But you know, hey, it's okay. You know, he got most mutable last night in our GFY awards, so he got $25 at Punky's Pizza and Pasta. So it's fucking pretty dope.
Everyone mutes you on Twitter. Here's some gift cards.
Here's $25. I mean, you know what? Like, listen. I don't know if you guys watched that last night, but like, you know, our guy Gabriel Bearstown, you know, he won.
He won a couple.
Bro thinks he's on this team. He was harassing his mother after he won. He was like, Mom, I want a free pizza. And she's like, oh, really? Yeah, great. Okay. And he's like, Mom, no, seriously, for real, free pizza, because I'm on the team. And they're like, yes. So it was good. I mean, I think it was, once you get like that award, like I won Biggest Karen, which I'm sure you guys wouldn't disagree with. And it's like, I was good with it until like, or wasn't that good with it until I found out I got $25 worth of free food. And I was like, I definitely need this. Now, I saw this. And I'm like, that's not my topic tonight. I don't know if I can do an hour on go back and forth.
It's fine. We can roll whenever we want to.
I don't know if I could do an hour on cookie cake anyway. It seems like a pretty cut and dried. I mean, I love it. It's delicious.
It's great.
Good. It's just a giant cookie.
And like I picked up one last Tuesday, I think for 50% off at the Jewel, or at Mariano's rather. And people were like, "Oh, don't eat that. It's not going to be good. It's not." It was
I saw that.
Totally,
don't eat that if it's a half off.
There's no way that like this goes bad. It doesn't go bad. It's not good to start with. Like it's like delicious, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. It was great. It was still a good cake, and I ate it in like 3 days flat. So it was good.
Beautiful.
An entire one.
I mean, the 3 days is good self-control.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, when you start it, you have a piece, and then you're just like, I should not have another piece right away.
But I really want to.
So then I just start cutting what I want to eat into several pieces, and then I'm like, oh, I had 4 pieces, but it's only the one big piece, But so that's how I play games,
Yes,
myself.
exactly. It's just
Trick
one piece.
Make
Just
myself
one
feel
piece.
a little better.
Yeah, it's just 1 2-pound piece.
Well, I'm sad that you're not feeling good, Stoop. What's wrong with you?
I feel like a horse's ass, but fuck it, we ball.
Is it the weather change? The weather change get to you? Because sometimes that happens.
I think the weather change got to somebody, and then their fucking shit got to me. I don't.
Nice.
I'm not gonna scapegoat the weather.
Okay.
I've lived here my whole life. I can't. I can't blame. I'm not used to seasons because I'm big and important and used to live on the West Coast. I'm not. I can't do that. And I've also never struggled with allergies or anything. I haven't been. You know what? I'm due. Honestly, I'm due.
Okay.
First of all, karmically, I'm due because I'm a bad person. So there's that. And I haven't been sick in like a year, 2 years. Like I really haven't been sick at all. So I was due. So I've been.
You haven't been sick in 2 years.
No, seriously.
Wow.
I got real good and sick here over the last like week or so, and I'm on the upswing now. But I don't know. I didn't test because it's too. Because once you're already sick, I don't care if it's.
I don't know.
It's too late.
I don't know how that works anymore. I don't know what you're supposed to say, like out there among the masses, but like it's like, they're like, oh, did you take a COVID test? And I was like, I don't know.
No, dude, because I don't care.
What am I going to do different?
I
go, is anybody else doing this? No. So what am I going to do? Am I supposed to be the one that's worried about it? I don't think so. Not anymore.
Like I'm gonna try. I'm gonna like if I'm sick, I'm gonna act the same regardless. I'm gonna try not to like breathe my air to other people.
Right.
I'm gonna stay the fuck home until I feel reasonable enough, and that's how I'm gonna act either way. So once I'm already sick, I could take a COVID test, but like even the people who I cohabitate with, it's too late at that point. We're breathing the same air.
Yeah.
So whatever I have, you've got it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Sam, are you still taking COVID tests over there? Are you good?
I don't even know. I think we have like.
I need to get. I will be getting. I will be getting another shot for that here once I feel better because
I got it.
I feel like that worked last year. I hadn't done any of the boosters until last year. I decided to, and like I said, I didn't get sick all year. So whether those things are correlated or not, I feel like I ought to, can't hurt.
The flu shot hurt like a motherfucker.
Hurt like a motherfucker.
Hurt.
My arm
hurt so much.
My arm was ready to fall off for a couple days there.
And then the lady, the nurse's assistant, was just like, "Oh, well, just think how much would it be worse if you didn't get the shot." And I was like, "I don't know what you're saying, lady. I get it, but still, it hurt a lot." But listen, I'm not here to talk about medical stuff.
Okay, what are you here to talk about?
Yeah,
what am I here to talk about tonight? I mean, there's several things I could talk about, like stay-at-home dad. That's pretty unique. There's not a lot of dads that are out there doing that. No, that's not true. There's a ton of them, and they're all doing the thing that I'm actually going to talk about tonight, and it's buying and reselling stuff on eBay or Marketplace or wherever the fuck you sell shit. Sourcing, getting your stuff all together, storage, pricing, all that sort of stuff. I'm here. I am a wealth of knowledge in this. So,
and a wealth of wealth.
Yeah. I've been doing it for like years and years and years. So I'm like, hey, I think this is probably the best thing to talk about. Something I can talk about for an hour. Easy.
Don't blame him. Blame us.
Listen, Loaf, you have to be somewhat entertaining. This is just what I do. Like, and for somebody that is, as long-winded as a guy that has his own show, who sometimes doesn't even have guests on and just talks for 45 minutes, I don't know if you have a right to talk. So let's just say.
Yeah, you're right on there. No notes. That Baloney's got to complete that sentence there. Let me just we'll just come out swinging.
Come right out
of the gate here. So do you pay taxes?
Oh yeah. Yes, I do. If you sell on eBay, like
they've got you. They've got you.
once you hit $600 in sales, they throw it right at you. They send you that W-2, or well, it's a W,
whatever it is.
It's 1090, which I've been doing anyway because I'm a part-time graphic design guy. So then I would get freelance jobs here and there. So I would have.
Would you say it's your passion?
The freelancing
graphic design.
Graphic design.
I don't think it's my passion. No, I was thinking about that actually before we came in on this. Like, no, it is not. It is not my passion. It was like I was good at selling, so I wasn't really good. Like, I never had a good career in graphic design. I was good at when I went out and stepped off on my own and was selling. You need business cards, and I could sell the business cards. I could sell something else. So I was good at that part of it. And then I was serviceable enough as a designer that the person did not get mad when they got sold the stuff. So I learned, I worked at a print house. So I understood the markup. And like, you could get business cards for $10 and sell them for $100. You're like, that's $90. I can't make $90 doing graphic design freelance. I can make it giving them a product. And they understand that better. So yes, I pay taxes. Long-winded way to say that.
Sure. No, I mean that's the beauty of the show, man. Is we try to ask as few questions as possible and really just let the guests do all the work, and
Beef accused us of doing that, and then he did it himself. So he does that a lot. We succeeded that mission. He said he was going to make us interview him, and we didn't interview him.
No, we just let him talk. It was great. It was really great.
Jackie, thank you for joining. We are talking about selling stuff on eBay, Marketplace, Craigslist,
reselling,
Grinder, whatever. Yeah.
Resale, within the confines of the law, resale.
Yes. Only legal selling.
Well, I guess we don't know that yet because we haven't asked the question.
You asked a question.
Yeah, I said the question.
You asked That's the only question.
I guess actually, you're right.
That's all we're gonna ask you tonight.
I actually did ask if he pays taxes, which is ostensibly is what you're doing legal. So yeah, all right, never mind.
I think it's legal.
Well, it is if you're paying taxes. Clearly,
I mean, kind of, right?
The government knows about it.
Yeah, they do know that I'm doing it. It's a weird thing though with with that, because like you're selling. Say I sell my childhood toys, right? I sold Castle Grayskull, and then like I sell it for $150, but I've owned it since I was 6 years old, and I got it for Christmas, so I paid nothing. Now I have to pay all the gains on that. Like I saved it, I transported it, I did all this stuff. Like it's an unfair, weird law, right? Like, hey, I don't know how you do this. Like I understand, like, oh, I bought the materials, I built the thing, and now I sell it. Like you have costs, but there's no cost associated with a gift from Santa Claus. I mean, the motherfucker might not even exist, He's like a magical guy just coming down. Maybe no one paid for it.
Yeah, coming soon to the channel is Sam and MSS's Libertarian Power Hour. That's what he's angling for here is the spin-off where we just talk about how taxation is theft.
I don't know if it's theft. I just think that we need to this is just a weird, murky area. So you're just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to price this. Like, so do I go, okay, it was $50 in 84, and now I'm going to do with inflation. This is what it would have cost. So this is what I actually made. Like, can I do that? Like, is that legal? I don't know. It should be.
I mean, whatever you tell them is what it is, right? I mean,
pretty much.
When are they gonna fucking break down your door?
Yeah, I hope not. Some of the best advice I ever got was like, as long as you're paying some taxes, they're not going to come after you. Like once you don't pay taxes, which happened, they do come after you. And then they ask you like, hey, this was like the first time eBay sent out a 1099. And I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. And I asked our tax accountant. I probably was not very clear, as my wife tells me in my communication. And I was like, I don't know what this is. She's like, don't tell me about that. I don't need to know about that. And I was like, okay. And then the government was like, hey, guess what? You didn't pay money on this. So then you have to put down all your shit, like all your expenses and all that stuff. So,
well, at least it's polite of them to come after you and not before you. That would be
that's
really
true.
Good. At least they wait.
I got to finish first.
That's right. and we
Got to win the race.
Yeah, Sam.
MSS, what is your like main form? Is it eBay? Is that your main thing that you're selling
Yes.
on for the most? Like, what would you say like your percentages are across whatever you use?
90% on eBay and then 10% off of eBay. And the reason I like eBay versus any other site is people will tell you, oh, the fees are ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So this is whatever. I don't do a thing until that person has paid for it and is sold. If I go to Marketplace and try to sell something, I have 8,000 people saying, I want to buy this item. Is this item available? Is this available? And then they never come and pick it up. Or they're like, can you just deliver this to fucking Lamont? And I'm like, no, I cannot deliver this bobblehead I'm selling for $10 to Lamont. Like, you need to come pick this up. Like, if you want the deal. So like, that's the nicest thing about eBay is it's not like what Peter Baloney was asking. It's not drop ship, but it's like, I don't do shit until the money is like transferred over, and then I pack it and I ship it. So yeah, eBay is like 90% of my reselling. And now White Sox stuff, because I mean, Stoop's been making fun of it, but I have like a little bit of a following on Twitter. Like I get, to get that out to some people that are also White Sox fans. So that seems to be an easier way to sell a lot of White Sox stuff than going on. And then I can save on some of those fees. But for the most part, it's like, yeah.
Right. Well, and you're, a lot of the time then you're also like, these are people that you know or trust somewhat anyway that you're dealing with if you're selling like the White Sox shit. But man, you're preaching to the choir. Having a horrible car problem myself. I have bought and sold lots and lots of things through Facebook Marketplace, and it is worse than pulling teeth. It's bad. Oh my god. The number of times I've listed every single thing about a set of wheels or an exhaust or something. I put it all in the thing just for motherfuckers to be like, I mean, I don't get mad. A lot of people you'll see in their posts, they'd be like, don't say, is this available? Like, I understand it's the button that Facebook gives you to say, is this available?
Right.
I'm not going to get mad about that. But if you ask for some information that is clearly in the pictures or description of the ad, you'd be like, man, what? Oh.
Do you ever take a picture of that in the description and send it back? Because I do that sometimes too. I go and I send it and then I circle it and then I put an arrow.
Oh no,
right here.
Yeah, for a little while. No, I'll just say read the read the post, read the listing, read the ad, whatever. Because for a little while I would put in the description, I'd say, read this before you message me, and like trying.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
It still wouldn't. Motherfuckers just are determined not to read. It's amazing.
People are lazy.
It's amazing.
Stop being ableist because people can't read.
Yeah, I actually just do it that way so that Sam won't bother me. Because he can't.
Too many words, too many letters. I'm out.
God, that movie is so great.
What's the what's the biggest lick that you've hit? What's the biggest margin of profit you've made on a single secondhand sale of an item?
So I was and this is just confirms my weirdness in my head. Like for the longest time I'd gone to this I went to this estate sale. I don't like estate sales, but I went to an estate sale because I saw a Blackhawks 1 goal book in the background. And I was like, those things go for $200. I'm going to drive down here and I'm going to get that for like $10. And then I'm going to sell that. By the time I got down there, it was gone. So then I'm like, okay, now I got to pivot. So I'm pivoting and I'm looking in this old person's house. I find a pair of Quicksilver board shorts that have a metal zipper on them. And I'm like, this shit's old. And then it says made in USA. And I'm like, okay, everything's $1 clothing. So I'm like, I'll buy that. And I think I sold them for like $125 or something. And I was like, this is great. This is what I need to focus on, right? Like you need to focus on these spines, right? So I when I back to my hometown, I'm from the mean streets of Sterling, Illinois, and I hit the Goodwill. I'll just stop and just go in real quick and just peruse real quick. And I had 5 minutes and my kids hate it. My wife hates it. I'm like, just give me 5 minutes and I'll be fine. I go in there. There are these 6-inch little Fiesta. You know what Fiesta ware is? It's like
Yeah.
plates
Yeah.
and like stuff. Okay. You know the little the logo lady, the lady with the dance, like there's a little lady that's in their logo. They made these little figures that are 6 inches tall. And I'm like, I see them and I go, I know what this is. And I flip it over and it says Fiesta on it. I go, I know that the plates are worth money. I'm assuming these are worth money too. And they were each, I think I paid $2 a piece for them. And I was like, okay, I get them home. I take a picture of them. The first one comes up $350. So I'm like, okay, we're good. Yeah. I sold three, like, so it's a $6 investment into, I think it was 600 plus shipping. It's probably the most recent, like biggest score. I also paid $15 for this shirt, a Hawaiian shirt, Jam's World or something, 30-year anniversary. It's an 80s thing, huge in Thailand. I don't know why, but these polyester silk shirts are huge. Sold almost immediately for $325. And I was like,
Oh my
and
God.
once it hits, like I literally posted it at my desk. I went to walk upstairs to go have lunch and it sold on the way I went up. And your first thought is like, that's great. You just sold this like really, really high price. But then you think if it sold that quick, I probably could have made another $100 on this thing. And I was like, fuck. So, you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can kick yourself if you look at it that way, but you can also you still came up, right?
Yeah.
And,
oh no,
and
huge.
it's $0 until it sells, right? So
Yeah.
that's the main thing is get it out, get it off.
Now, do you do a lot of like eBay bidding, or is it mostly buy it now stuff?
No, it's all buy it now.
You know?
Yeah, I just, you know what, dude, people don't bid anymore.
No.
Yeah, nobody's doing that anymore.
It's just you find a price, and it's better for a seller too to like kind of like you go and look at it and you find out what it sells for, and then you can like kind of figure out what the price is for the most part. If you don't know what it is, maybe it is good to like put it in an auction and see what happens. But like, I don't know, some things go bananas and some things don't. Like I had like a Dave Stewart, Clinton, Iowa bobblehead. Never seen another one before. I've had it on eBay for forever. Not one fucking person has even asked about it, tried to buy it. I mean, it's rare as fuck, but no one wants it. So it's just one of those things. You're just like, I don't know. I mean, is it really valuable if you don't find it, or is it just no one really cares? Who knows? It's 50-50.
Somebody knows, and that's the gamble you're taking.
Yeah, you're hoping, right?
Right. But I want to go back because you said you don't like estate sales, and that just made me curious why.
Because usually the person operating this estate sale is somebody that does stuff that I do. They know what things are worth, and so they're like trying to get the most money out of it. So they're like, I went to a huge garage sale thing in Bridgeview, and everyone was like, on eBay, this is this. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'm not making any money at this sale. I need to leave because the places I make money at they're like,
They don't know about the internet yet.
Yeah. Or they just don't care. They want to get rid of the shit.
Right.
Like Treasy will make fun of me because he's like, you talk about garage sales like sexual experiences. And I remember this garage sale literally up the street in Bridgeport. And I was going down. I just saw that they had all this shit in their front yard. And I roll up and she's like, we got all sorts of stuff. What are you looking for? And so I just start telling, I'm like, I'm into sports stuff. And she's like, well, come over here. Look at all these hats. And they have like all these old starter hats, baseball hats, fitted caps. Then they had like 7 starter jackets like that. They were just sitting there, like a Phoenix Sun zip up, and then the pullovers and all this stuff. And she's like, what? I go, how much do you want for some of this stuff? She's like, $1 a piece for the hats. Okay. And then how much for the jacket? She's like, I mean, this is a good jacket. And I'm like, yeah, it is a good jacket. And she's like, $10. And I was like, I'll take that. And I think I spent $300 there and just loaded my car with all of this like mid 90s stuff that I know was like, I'm gonna sell all this. Like, and they had like, we're into this, the Three Stooges. I had a lot of Three Stooges stuff, like that all sold, everything sold. I know. So it was like, it was just that's what I want to do versus go to a place and the guy's like, yeah, this is a Star Wars figure. It's selling for $37 on eBay, so I'll give it to you for $35. It's like I can't make any money on that. So that's like a collector usually.
Right,
you know,
right.
is on there.
But you could have a really cool Star Wars figure,
Could
you know,
you
and I
could.
guess that's a where this naturally leads me then is how do you not fall into? I'm sure you've got lots of shit, but like,
Tons.
how do you not fall? You see what I'm getting to here? How do you
Like,
you
how
not
do I
fall
not
into?
keep it?
How do you not become the end user here?
So there's very few things that I buy for myself. Like I'm a 90s kid through and through. So logo jackets, workwear, that kind of stuff I'll buy for myself. White Sox stuff, if it's history somewhat related or something that I needed. Like before I had every bobblehead that the Sox have released, I would buy what I needed, right? Clothing wise, trying to find clothing that fits a 2X guy. It usually at a thrift store is not the best because big guys, if something fits and it fits well, you wear the shit out of it and it is dead. Like it's on its last legs if it gets donated. So I don't usually find stuff that fits me as a 2X guy. So I don't really look into that stuff. Or I don't see a lot of that stuff. But like there was one thing, Stoop, that I do and I shouldn't do it, is I used to rescue every bobblehead that I would find because that is something that I really liked. So I was like, oh, I can make $5 on this. So I'm going to buy it, or, oh, I can definitely flip this. So I'm going to buy it. But it was more of my like passion speaking than my brain speaking in that case. So I have tons of bobbleheads that I probably will never sell. And I just need to get rid of, and I need to push them somewhere and give them to somebody because they're not going to sell. Who needs a Chicago Wolves bobblehead? Like not many people. But I bought every single one of them that I found. Why? I don't know. It was just like there was a bubble. I don't know if it's burst, but like people are not buying bobbleheads like they used to. So I try to stay away from. Yeah, I guess I hope that answers your question, but maybe not. But I just like if it makes money, like I won't buy something if I'm going to profit. I'm not going to spend $20 to make $5. I'm going to spend $5 to make $30. Like if I can, I got to at least triple whatever I'm going to pay, or else it's not worth it to me.
It sounds like discipline. Like the answer is just self-control.
Yeah, and I think you only learn that, Stoop, by making shitloads and oodles of mistakes.
Right. Of course.
I used to buy glassware like a motherfucker. I had so much glassware because you could buy them for $1 a piece. Right. And some would sell for $15 to $25. But they would break in shipping constantly. And then I would have to deal with USPS. And then I have to deal with this. And I was like, this isn't worth it anymore. Right. This is just total shit. Like I'm not doing this. So glassware.
Yeah, that's something I hadn't considered.
Like that
you also have to deal with you're shipping this stuff a lot of the time. That's another kind of variable in there, right?
Yes. You shouldn't be afraid. There's a ton of guys on TikTok and then like on shorts and all that stuff that will say, don't be afraid of big items. You can still ship big items. It's just you have to put more time into it, and then you have to worry about like, do I have a box that fits, this item? Like I usually don't go bigger than like a baseball bat because I don't want to get like too heavy or too crazy. Mm-hmm. But I did sell a SpongeBob bowling ball one time because it was $6 and I think I sold it for like $80. So I'm like, I knew I can make money on it. So I'm like, I'm gonna figure out how to ship this fucking SpongeBob bowling ball. So yeah.
So that's where you got that bowling ball from, Stoop.
It wasn't even drilled. It was like it's ready to be
proudly
used.
In my trophy case.
Man.
Yeah.
Caitlin had a good question earlier. Is there anything that you sold that you wish you kept?
Oh, let's see.
And I'll amend that to like not just money reasons, because you already said like sometimes you'll sell something and you're like, damn, I definitely could have got more for that. But
yeah,
something that you wish you kept for something other than money reasons.
Like, oh, probably not. No, I'm trying to think. I'd have to think about it. The only thing that really stands out, like I used to do a lot of trading of stuff, and they made a Ribby and Rhubarb bobblehead. White Sox did years ago, and they went on clearance, and I bought a shitload of them. And I traded it. I traded a set of them to a guy in Florida for a Back to the Future Billy the Marlin which is worth like $30, and now those ribby and rhubarb set is worth like $600. Like,
Wow.
so that kind of like irked me. Like, that's like a regret. But it was a trade. I've never like packed something up and then shipped it out and been like, oh man, I wish I would have kept that. Because it's just, I don't know. Like you start to get to a certain point where you're like, I only have so much room. And like, you start thinking, okay, I'm going to die at some point and no one's going to care about this as much as I care about it. So I might want to give it to somebody else that wants to care about it. My kids are not going to want any of these bobbleheads that are like in my basement. They're just not going to want them. They're not going to care about it. They're not going to know what it's worth.
Honestly,
so it's like,
fucking
it's just weird.
Good on you for the self-awareness there.
Oh yeah.
They're
gonna have no idea.
Every time I see all the shit in my parents' basement, I want to pull my hair out because I'm just like, so this is eventually gonna be my problem. And like, fuck, like this sucks so bad. I don't want to deal with this.
My mom is a very like good Catholic lady. And she is a big Christmas person. She loves Christmas. So she has buckets and buckets of Christmas stuff. They moved from my childhood home into another home. And I told them when they moved, I'm like, dump as much shit as you possibly can. And I'm like, and if you don't clean like up this stuff and get rid of some of this stuff, Mom, after you are cremated, I am putting you in a strip club. I will put your ashes in a strip club and you'll have to be in a strip club. Like I'm not dealing with the stacks and stacks of magazines that you all have saved. I don't need this shit. So please get rid of it. So I don't know who's going to take all these Christmas ornaments that she has. She has like 37 fucking tubs full of them. Jeez. And I'm like, we don't need this. We have so much. People give us all their crap. And it's like, I tell the wife too, is like, I leave the garage door open. Like, maybe they'll come and steal our Christmas ornaments because we don't want these anymore. But now I got a bike in there. So
I'm baiting people into stealing from me.
Yeah, please steal some of our Christmas ornaments.
Do you run in? Is that a problem you run into? Like people that know you, like, are you the I know I can fucking dump off my shit onto that guy. Like, are you?
Yes.
Are you often turning down shit from your friends and other people?
Yes, but they also know that I will get rid of it for them. And I'm like, listen, whatever I can't sell, I will donate to this thrift store that I actually like, that's a not-for-profit or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I will take it. I will do that. But then I'm taking a cut of this. And so they're because that's the one part that people don't necessarily get or understand. They're like, wait, it costs money for you to do? Yes, because I have to list it, I have to photograph it, I have to ship it, and I have to get all this crap. Yeah, Treasy has given me a bunch of stuff. And I have sold a bunch of his stuff. That's a good 108 folklore story. They had huddles. I don't know if you know what huddles are, but they were little stuffed animals for the NFL. And so the mascot was an actual stuffed animal. So if it was the Redskins, it was the little Indian with the Redskin helmet on. The bear was a bear.
The Redskins probably big money now.
It actually was not one of the top sellers. The top seller was the
you can get a lot of money from Sam for it.
Oh.
Bring back the name.
So they were like, hey, we have all these. You sell stuff on eBay. Let's sell this and use the money and fund our t-shirts. So that's what we did. We sold all these. I sold all these things. I didn't take a cut and we took all the money and we put it in for the t-shirts. And so that was like half how we started off our merch stuff. And loaf seeded, we'll put a little loaf money in there at the beginning to like make sure we got some good shit. And so, some
careful accounting.
Yeah,
from his very legal wagering revenue.
I was gonna say yes. Very, very legal. He pays taxes on that too.
Correct.
Yeah. No, but people will definitely. My uncle. Some people you have to tell them like there's this. It's crap. Like you just have crap. Poor Aloha. He's given me some stuff that I've like. Aloha's there's two stories with Aloha. First one is I went to a thrift store, one of my regular haunts on the south side, and I walk in and I'm seeing 3X size White Sox stuff. I see like jackets that are nice. I see all this stuff. And then I see Ron Kittle bike shirts, bike week shirts or whatever. They're 3X, never used. There's 4 of them. I'm like, I think I know whose stuff this is. And so I bought a bunch of stuff and then I sent Pete or Aloha a message and I said, hey, did you just donate a bunch of stuff? He's like, yeah, I actually did a bunch of stuff at the AmFest just the other day. I'm like, dude, I just bought a bunch of your stuff. I'm like, don't donate it. Just let me buy it from you or whatever. Let's figure it out. Don't give it away again. So he hasn't. But then also his mom was into dolls, the Marie Osmond dolls. And I've been trying to sell those and it just not working. Like no, like the people like just they beat me up on them and I would sell them if there was a really good interest in them. But like this one woman's like, is this actually signed by Marie Osmond? I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna go look. And so I went and looked and I'm like, no, it just is like the thing. She's like, oh well, I don't want that. I want one that's only signed by her. And I was like, I get it. I want that too. I would want it not to be so misleading in the ad. And I go, thank you for telling me, and I'll fix it so that people won't think that it's actually signed by her. But it was like it's fake signed, and it's hand numbered. So like it literally is kind of. I mean, technically yes, but like there's so many assholes out there. Like I don't need to be that asshole, and like these dolls are worth like $20, $30. Like it's not worth ruining a reputation for $20-$30.
There are a lot of assholes out there. I mean, if you factor in that everyone's got at least one asshole, there's several billion assholes out there.
Several.
Yeah, that's quite a few. I mean,
maybe billions.
Well, you assume that there are
some good assholes.
Well, you think it probably. Well, sure, good, sure. I mean, just check your search history. But I assume there are people out there who don't have an asshole, but then there's probably people out there who have more than one, so it probably evens out. Like there's probably around the same number of assholes as people on the planet. I got sidetracked. What were we talking
You're just
about?
a piece of shit, Luke. Don't worry about it. You just want POS. You just want biggest piece of shit. Not asshole. You're a fine guy. A fine piece of shit.
A piece of shit coming out of an asshole. I mean, that's where it comes, we all come from somewhere.
We do.
It is okay to be wrong. It's just it's perfectly acceptable. Do you know how many bobbleheads you have? Like, do you have a count?
I don't really. I mean, I could tell you, I think
estimate for the audience.
I think White Sox, like in my personal collection, I think with all White Sox related stuff, it's like approaching 300.
Holy god damn.
Yeah. And that's just White Sox. I got a Line 05, I got a Line 89 bobbleheads.
Yeah, you added the White Sox stipulation. I'm talking.
Yeah, if we go all in, I probably have like in my collection displayed right now is probably like 340. 330, 340.
What about including not displayed?
Well, so a lot of those aren't ones I'm keeping. Those are ones I'm trying to sell.
All right.
Probably another 200.
No, this is not.
Yeah,
I was braced for worse. So
no, it's I've really slowed down. When I first was here, I would buy a lot of extra bobbleheads, and then when they would have the garage sales regularly with the Sox, I would buy tons of extra ones because they'd be like $5, and you're like, oh, I can sit on this for 2 years and sell it for $25. And
there's so many more after you sit on it with
sometimes
the smell and everything.
Well, so that's probably a whole different market.
Yeah,
that probably would do well.
Got to send them in the sealed packages.
We're big idea guys on this show.
I mean, hey, but yeah, no, if sometimes they get old, as they age. So 350.
That's a long bedtime routine. And is that before or after the kids?
Yeah, it's after. I go to bed after the kids.
No. So you tuck them in, and then you just immediately start.
Then I go down and start tucking all my bobbleheads
because by the time you're done, it's bedtime.
That's a good one. What's the most obnoxious item you've had to package? Like something that was tough to find a box for, a fit for, like something that was oblong shaped or something dumb.
Man. I am trying to think of like
Have a good show, Brian.
Stuff that like, oh, he's got to go and do his show now. Man, I don't really. I'm trying to think about it, and I think Sam, part of the reason is like it's hard to response is because I won't buy shit that I know is going to be a real big pain in the ass, and I'm just like I can't. I'm not even going to figure this out. So I can't. Yeah, I don't. No, I just don't have anything. I know I've packed things weird, like the My Buddy doll.
Yes.
Like, so there was like this doll that the kids had back in the day, and it looked like Chucky. And so like that was what the Chucky doll was made based off of. Kind of like people got these little things. They're like, hey, you don't have a friend, so here's your stuffed friend. My brother-in-law had one, and I remember wrapping its head in plastic and then plastic bags over top of things so that it didn't go in. So it looked like a dead body, like schlumped into a box. But it wasn't a pain in the ass to like pack it, but we were just like, I got this.
You were like, I hope this doesn't raise any flags.
Right. Like if this gets x-rayed, it's gonna look not good.
Who's selling a fetus of a child?
Like, make sure you get all the limbs in the box, because
separate limb and separate boxes.
You could have really played that up to like dragging it like it weighs a lot, into
like wrap its legs together with like nylon or something.
Yeah.
Just to keep it, I mean, I watch a lot of true crime. Nylon, people like that, to kill with that, apparently.
Red dye spots on the outside of it.
Yeah, roll it up in a carpet and then like saran wrap and kind of just drag it into the post office, like all slowly.
And then I just call that kid with a My Buddy doll.
Well, it's true. I mean, my brother-in-law kind of fits the bill. No, I'm kidding. He was actually. I'm assuming he was very popular. He likes to smoke weed, or he liked to smoke weed, so he's definitely.
And that always
he was
makes
a cool kid. Yeah. I mean, the druggies, the burnouts, those are the fun ones,
Yeah, and it's definitely correlation there. Never mind. Shit. Is there like a goal? I don't want to say light at the end of the tunnel. Do you see yourself sort of growing this into anything, or is this is what it is and it's sufficient?
I would like to flirt about having a brick and mortar store where you go into and buy shit.
I guess that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
But the overhead of something like that is fucking ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even fun.
Particularly in the city. Yeah.
So
crazy.
I think the closest thing that I want to do that I haven't done yet, and I was just talking with the law, Mr. Hand, about this, is Bridgeview has a card show every month. Like, they'll have, and the tables are like 2 for $100. I'm like, I could go in there and just unload a shitload of these bobbleheads, which would be great, and get rid of all this stuff. And it's cash money, for the most part, or Venmo or whatever. So then you don't have to worry about like the eBay stuff, no shipping. Of course, I'd still pay taxes on everything I earned, but at least this would be the easier way to like unload a bunch of stuff right away. So that's probably the next step. But I was thinking about it. I was like, how am I going to eat or go to the bathroom if it's just me at this card sale? Like I can't just like lock all this stuff up. There's one of my kids that's got done with CCD. You say hi. You can talk. Oh, you're so quiet, but you're not usually. Well, hey, I gotta keep doing this show. All right, love you. I'll kiss the bobbleheads later. So that is something that I would like. That would be nice. But the biggest goal of everything, Stoop, is to get everything out of my fucking basement. I just need to sell all this stuff. I am at, I think, 8. I'm at 12 of those like 30-gallon tubs of stuff.
Jesus.
Okay.
I need to get all that shit out of here. Like, I just need to get rid of it. Like, I just want to get rid of things so badly, because sourcing is the funnest part of the whole thing. Going out and finding the stuff is the best part.
Stuff.
And what's been working recently is when I come home, I go, right in the bag, right? And I just start listening to it immediately before I put it in the thing. So this is what I bought today because I just happened to have some time because the oil change place was really quick. So I'm like, I got an hour. I'm gonna go over here. First thing I bought, I got a little drug or the dare.
Oh, the
Dare
dare
Lion.
lion. Hey, look at that.
And it was
Guy that-
$2.
The guy that
So I
taught me
was
to
like,
do drugs.
this is good, right? Like this will sell because these t-shirts are cool. Everyone loves that shit. So
Yeah,
I'll go list that.
I might need to buy him. This
Checking out.
This is we're launching the Ass Channel QVC here.
I was checking out, and there's like these Pokemon figures, plush ones, right? And I'm like,
Pokemon.
those things are usually worth money. So I Google search image search it real quick. This one comes up for $20. This one's like $15. Oh, it's only $2. I think I'll buy that. We'll take a risk on that. We'll take a flyer. And
if nothing else, the kids will like them.
Yeah, and then I don't want my kids playing with shit I bought at a thrift store.
He's gonna sell it, man. They can't damage it.
It's got poor people germs on it.
This is 90s stuff. Okay. This is the 90s ethos coming to me. Anytime I see work clothing, like work shirts, like this is AT&T shirt, like I have to buy it. It's like $3. I'm like, I have to buy it. Like, I don't know why, but that's been kind of making more of a comeback, like that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
I have to buy people's shirts that they worked in.
The work stuff, I don't know why. Anything that's logoed, I'm just like, I need this. I need to have this.
I love
now this I bought for
person.
myself.
Okay.
This I ended up buying for myself. I actually found something. It is a Metra shirt.
See, that's pretty sick.
It was $3 and it was 3X. So I'm like, it's perfect size. I mean, it's probably too big.
What is it? Is it a turned around? Is it a polo? Is it a button up?
No, it's just a pocket.
Oh man.
There is a little bit. There's a little bit of like game used material on there. So I'm gonna wash it and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is
so
probably
you can keep. So you can be Dougie for Halloween this year.
I could.
Yeah,
I could be Dougie. And not only do you buy used stuff or vintage stuff, right? You can also buy new stuff. So I'm at the Costco and I'm walking up the aisle there and I see these little things here. They're haunted hoops. They're like the cards that you give away for Christmas, right? Or for Halloween. Little packs. There's like 3 cards in a pack. You give them away. And I look at it and I go, huh. And it says $9.97 for one of these. And I was like, that seems like an incredible deal for 270 cards, 90 packs. Okay. So 10 cents a pack. I'm like, seems like probably a good deal. So I flip it over. Nowadays you can just scan UPC symbols and they will tell you exactly what they're going for. These are going for like $35 online, shipped. I'm like $10, probably $7 to ship. I can make $17 or $18. And if it doesn't sell, it was $10. I got nephews. I'm like, here you go. Merry Christmas. You got a fucking whole bunch of packs to open up and just have a fun time with here. So it's like, there's all these different ways you can do it, right? We have a dollar store. Everything's $1 when it gets to Thursday and then resets on Friday. They're Amazon bin stores is what they call them. That's like the technical term, like the go backs. And then they just throw it all out there and people go in. I found a ton of these. They're called fatheads, and they're microphone connectors that you go in the back of your microphone, and it's like a condenser, so it makes it really quiet. $1 a piece. I bought 37 of them. I sold them within like a month and a half. I mean, it was just like crazy. So the stuff's out there. There's different ways to find stuff, and like that was like all new. Now this was a good one. I don't know if you're familiar. I bought some Nerf darts for $1 a piece, and like those
with the
have
suction
not
cup
sold
or
at
no?
all. Those didn't sell.
With the suction cup or no?
No. They're just
with the tip
they're
on.
like end strike. They're the
They're
end
hollow
strike
points.
ones. I bought those. They're not they are hollow on the inside, but they're not going to do the damage you're hoping. But then I bought those, and then I also bought a sex toy pack. It had a ball gag. It had a butt plug.
Now HBI.
It had nipple clamps. It had all this stuff for 97 cents or 99 cents each. I bought all these things, and none of that stuff is sold. So right now in my basement there is a bin of Nerf darts and like butt plugs, just being waiting to
Wow,
like get
this guy's
sold.
into some really specific shit.
If your
I
house ever
mean,
gets raided,
I
gonna be
was
really
like,
confused.
listen, God help me if I get in a car accident and they're going through these boxes and they're like, what the fuck was he doing with 34 of these sex kits? And then my poor wife's gonna be like, oh, he's trying to resell everything.
again.
Oh, man.
He's
God
gonna
damn
sell.
it.
You get to you see some of these things too, and you're just like, all right, I guess gonna get rid of some of this stuff. It's not gonna sell, and then something so stupid will fucking sell, and you're like, God damn it! See, this is why I can't get rid of stuff, because it just sells. It will at some point it will sell if the price gets low enough or somebody that needs it buys it. So
Yeah,
that's where a brick and mortar would be nice, because people could come in and be like, oh, this guy's got all these crazy shit, like those are fun stores. Those are the stores I like to go to. But yeah, but also it's like you can't pay
well,
rent
I
in
think
this economy.
that's a pretty
plugs.
that's a pretty relatable like American experience, is like, what shit do you hold on to versus what shit do you toss? And then you know the second you toss that one thing you couldn't possibly imagine a use for,
Right?
the next week you go, damn it, I had a thing that was perfect for this. That literally just happened to me today.
Yep. No, that for sure. I mean, I don't know if that would go over well, but maybe.
This guy, the card just
Honestly, not a bad idea. Bring Jason. You're sure to attract a specific audience.
He'll be outside pitching.
And somebody will be catching.
Yeah, what is this beach balls thing I keep seeing?
Oh my God, dude. So there's I mean, this is reselling is huge, right? Like it's big. A lot of guys are staying home with their kids, like myself, and just going and reselling stuff and going and buying stuff at thrift stores. There's tons of people out there. And you would think people like, oh shit, you're not supposed to, you don't want too much competition. But folks, there is so much stuff out there. Like it doesn't matter. Like there is we're in a culture that just consumes so much. It's ridiculous. Like how much stuff is out there. And I tell my daughters, and it's happened enough times. I'm like, don't buy that. I see that all the time. I will get it for you. You might have to wait a little bit, but I will get it for you. So like my daughter's into Bluey. She's like, I want to buy the house. I want to buy this. I'm like, don't buy it. And then I come across a house with all the figures and everything for like $5. I'm like, Tess, here you go. Here's your Bluey house. You waited 2 months, but now you have everything and you didn't have to spend a cent. Now you can use it to buy beta fish. That will drive me crazy. But yes, like here you go. So I was just at a thrift store the other day, and this guy was on TikTok and he was talking about if you ever see the wet set from Intex, like buy it. And it was like a certain brand of like beach balls, loungers, and all this stuff. He's like, these can go for real big money. So these, like, there's like 30-inch beach balls. There's 60-inch beach balls. There's 3-foot beach balls. Like there's huge beach balls. The bigger, the better. Some of these beach balls sell for $600. And it's because the latex is so much better than back in the day than how they make it now. So that it is like, can take a pounding. So you start to think about, why are people buying these? And I sent a message to the guy that made the TikTok. I go, dude, what is the deal with this? And he's like, listen, it took me a lot of work and I had to go through a lot of these different communities. He's like, but people that are into latex buy these and then they fuck on them and they can take the abuse that is being doled out. And I'm like, are you serious? He goes, that's what I'm hearing. He's like, and I have no other, way to say this is why this beach ball sells for $600. So I found a ride on Butterfly the other day, which is and like the only one that's listed is like $300 some. So I put mine up for like, I think $225 today, and I would take $175. So we'll see if I make $175 on a float I bought, for $7. But I don't know. It's worth the risk. It's just seeing that and then seeing the wet set. There's tons of them that aren't worth anything, but like the ride-on animals and stuff do pretty well apparently. So we'll see.
The
I'll
wet.
keep
set,
you guys
what a name.
informed. Yeah, the
I-
wet
I-
set.
Yeah, I think
From
we're in a
Initex.
healthy place as a society.
You ever had sex on a beach ball? No, it always pops. Well, now it won't.
You know what you need? You need the wet set. Back in '98, they really made good beach balls. So
It's
get
before
all
they.
of us.
It's before
Why
they
can I
took the
find
camphor
these
out of the
still?
latex because of woke?
It's weird though, right? Like that I just found a float not even opened from
Mhm.
2001. It's been sitting in a box for 20 plus years and it's never been opened, and it's just on a thrift store shelf. Like, what the fuck? Like, who's holding on to this? Like, have you ever bought a pool float and not like opened it up and used it immediately? Like, I mean, I just don't understand. Who is this person? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's got to go through a crazy like string of events where the first person that gets it, it's already like 10 years old at that point, and then they're like, well, if it hasn't been opened this far, like let's
Right.
it's got to be one person who sees the vision, and then however many hands it transfers through after that. But because I know my roommate got a I don't know, Panasonic or like a major name brand television.
Yeah.
Brand new, never opened, never used, never once turned on, from like the mid 80s a few months ago. And so we had to get some VHSs, and we watched Zorro on the cathode
man.
ray TV. And I got to tell you, it's
horrible.
the high frequency noise that those TVs emit, I forgot. Obviously, like all of our childhoods were filled with that noise as the background, and we didn't think anything of it. In fact, some of us may have even needed it to like as a comforting kind of background noise.
Yeah.
But now if he's running that TV for any reason and I hear it, I can hear it like across the house. I'm just like, oh, like how did we ever to actually sit there and try to watch something through that noise? It's just like, no wonder we're all stupid.
I can feel this noise in my teeth. Ah.
It's like, why are we going backwards on that though? Like, I understand records is like people are like, oh, actually, records are like got much more depth. You can hear more things, and that makes sense, right? Than a CD. But cassette tapes,
yeah, no,
VHS tapes, it's just like I don't get it.
The quality's not. I don't know. He's an artist. He likes to do goofy stuff like that. But it was awful. I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through a whole movie.
I can't wait to watch this. The Ferris Bueller's Day Off that somebody recorded off the TV 47 years ago and cut out the commercials with the pause button. Like they don't even curse. Yeah. They say like, he has a lump of coal in his fist. Which is actually the line that was on the one that my sister recorded and made me watch. My sister loved Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I had to watch it. She's like, he's so tight. Puts a lump. If you put a lump of coal in his fist in a week, you'll have a diamond.
The overdub that is a completely different level. It's not the same voice. It doesn't match the lips. Yeah. What the fruit is going on here?
Exactly.
Love that.
Beautiful. Well, we're over an hour. Not that
man, it goes quick, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it flies by.
It really does. Thank you for joining us so much, MSS. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
while
no
you're
problem.
Here, do you have anything you'd like to plug while you're with us?
I mean, you can always catch us on the 108 podcast on Thursday nights. We come live at 8 p.m. I mean, I know not a lot of people have. It's like most people don't know I used to live out west. It's a thing that's very well hidden. I never talk about it. We don't have hats or t-shirts or any of that stuff. We just don't do that. It's just a little thing. It's me and two guys, they're brothers. We're friends. We just talk about White Sox. But so Thursdays at 8. But also, just be ready for Sox Fest is supposedly going to be back. So we're definitely having a big party again this year. So everyone's got to come out to that. We don't have all the details secured yet because Sox Fest details are not secure yet either. So we kind of have to let them announce first so then we can make our decisions too. But we will definitely have a big party in January. So look forward to that coming. We have some things we're working on with Sox Machine and other places to go out and do some more events during the year. So we got got a lot coming. We got the 108 annual meeting coming out, and that's usually we get really, enjoy some adult beverages, talk about what we're going to do the next year. So the plan is coming. So you'll start hearing things like will start to trickle out. So, but Thursday nights, that's the best place to catch it. And follow me on Twitter or don't. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care anymore.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's right. Thank you guys for having me on.
Of course. Thank you for joining. For us, we'll see you guys on Thursday at 7:00 for AskCast. We are the lead into the 108 show every Thursday.
That's a nice thing. Yes.
Must-see
Thursdays.
I just put out, I was a guest on Socks and Sober with Dick Morawski that just came out. You can catch that anywhere you get podcasts, Spotify, I believe Apple Podcasts, some other places. Just talking about being sober. It was a really fun episode. It's been a great thing that Nick's put together. So tune in for that. And we'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you, everybody, for commenting and watching along. Have a good night.
Peace.